Good morning, everyone. I am at the beach, as you can see. Actually, I came down to the beach today. I was going to go skateboarding, but I've been doing a little skateboarding, but the beach is totally closed. You can't even sit at the benches here. They've got the benches all blocked off, and I came down here. I've been skateboarding for a little while down here, and what I was going to do was go sit on the beach. I know I'm pretty close. I'm so close, but I can't get out there. Hey, Neil. Yeah, so they have all the beaches are blocked off. This is the second beach I've been to this morning, and they have police officers at all the beach entrances. This is actually where I'm at now is Deerfield Beach, and this is Deerfield Pier. And if you've seen the Baywatch movie, they filmed the Baywatch movie right here at this pier and this beach. It was supposed to be California, but it was really Florida with The Rock. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. I got my skateboard. I've been skateboarding around, but I can't get to the sand. You see, they've got this little line there, and if you can see, there's a police car. There's a police car right there, so you can't get out to the sand. And this is the first time I've been skateboarding in a while because I had my accident a couple years back. I haven't skateboarded too much, so I'm really out of practice to the point where it's almost embarrassing. But yeah, there's the pier. I know it's beautiful. See, it's sunrise. Sunrise was 7:08, so I figured, well, you know what? Let me go to the beach during sunrise. I'll go sit out on the sand, and I was going to use my skateboard as a seat on the beach, which I usually do if I bring my skateboard to the beach. And boom, it's closed. But this is actually, as much as I love Fort Lauderdale Beach, this beach is really kind of a nicer beach. There's just not as much to do around here. Here, I'll show you guys. There you go. That's the pier. And that pier goes pretty far out. Usually, when things are open, see, here's the rope, and then they have all the benches. You can't sit on the benches, and then they have Johnny Law over there making sure nobody does anything. But usually, that pier has people fishing on it from end to end. You can rent fishing poles and buy bait over there and go out there, and people fish off this pier like nobody's business, mostly at the end. And they catch a lot of fish out there. Kathy and I were just here, actually, before the weather started warming up. Rent-A-Cop? No, that's the sheriff's. That's a deputy sheriff. The other beach I went to is a couple miles north of here. This is Deerfield Beach in Broward County, which is the same county Fort Lauderdale is in. Oh, yeah, I think I've been drinking. They actually have two deputies here. Well, one of them's a bicycle cop. I bet you it would be better because the fish will be starving. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah. Yeah, I was saying at the beginning, this is where they filmed Baywatch with The Rock at, even though it's Florida. And then usually there's a lot of cars here, but there's no tourists. The hotels are empty. So that's the road that goes by the beach. And they only have one lane open, one way south, the north, so they've got that blocked just to one lane. I got a couple of pictures. I did. One of them is what the thumbnail is. I just took the picture for the thumbnail for this video. But this is a very nice beach. I know, it's a nice sunrise. Yeah, cool thing about this beach, this is one of the only beaches in Florida where I've seen this, where they have this little area of grass before you get to the sand. So a lot of people come down here and put their towel out on the little bit of grass so they don't get all sandy. I know, isn't that beautiful? I know, it's very nice. I made it just in time. I was very surprised at how much they have so far as a police presence on all the beaches to keep you off of them. I know a lot of you probably seen that video of the guy paddleboarding out in California. I know, it is pretty, isn't it? It's beautiful. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Oh man, that sun is hot. Yeah, usually there'd be a lot of people out here already. Well, they only see it in the high rises if they are facing east. Oh, that'd be amazing, Neil. Because half the people in the high rises live on the other side, facing west. Yeah, that is beautiful. This is Deerfield Beach. This is actually the first beach I ever came to in my life when I was 5 and came to Florida on vacation for the first time. I never thought I'd live here, but I do. I'm actually going to be heading over to Ace Hardware in just a little bit to buy some paint, yeah. After I leave here. I'm probably going to go to the surf shop. I'm going to see if the surf shop is open. Really have snow and ice on the ground? Oh, man. Never been to... Oh, you got to come to Florida. Yeah, this is the beach that's closest to my house. I live about 10 minutes from here. Especially today. There was no traffic heading out to the beach this morning. I mean, to see the beach empty is so strange. It is really strange. Oh, yeah, it's hot. I'm sweating. It is. Well, there's a lot of people walking around. But I'll tell you another thing I don't see a lot of ships out there. Usually you see some ships. So there's people walking around. Not too many. Because like I said, these are all tourist hotels and motels along this beach for the most part, this part of it, and they are empty. Yeah, that'll do it to you. This is the Atlantic Ocean right here. This is the Atlantic. The Yankee Clipper, that's in Fort Lauderdale. This is the Atlantic Ocean right here. If I go to the beach, 90% of the time it's this one. I usually go on the other side of the pier, though. Yep. I know. I know. Florida is beautiful. That's why I'll never leave. Yeah, I was just hoping I could go out on the sand, but they have police officers over here. You can't go out to the sand. Everything, see, they got everything roped off. I haven't seen anyone try to break the ban. Hey, Dan. Yeah, this is Deerfield Beach, Florida. And that is the Atlantic Ocean. You'll see some waves crashing down here. I heard some waves. Yeah, there's no one at the beach dropping food for you guys. I know. The birds are allowed on the beach. That's about it. I know, it's crazy. It is insane. I've never seen it like this before, even at this hour. What time is it? It's 7:45. I have never seen it like this. I would imagine that those memorials are roped off just like this with tape. Yeah, I have my skateboard, but I'm not going to skate while I'm streaming. That's when I had my accident a few years ago. I was live streaming on Periscope while I was skateboarding and had a big accident. And I haven't really skateboarded much since. I was skateboarding around before I was streaming. I am so out of practice. I mean, really out of practice. He is wonderful, but I'd like to be able to get out of that beach. Yeah, it's warm. It's going to be a hot day because it's hot already. Miami Beach is not #1 in Florida. No, I would say the best beach to go to in Florida overall is Fort Lauderdale. And this one's #2. The only reason this one's #2 is because there's not as much to do around the beach as there is in Fort Lauderdale. Miami Beach, South Beach is overrated. Plus, you have to pay $50 to park at South Beach. So, no. South Beach in Miami is very, very overrated. If you're coming to Florida and you've never been, you want to stay at Fort Lauderdale Beach. And you could take an Uber up here for the day if you want to walk on that pier. But Fort Lauderdale Beach is the best beach in Florida to stay at, by far. Well, that's pretty. Now, this is just on my iPhone. I'm just holding my iPhone in my hand. No, Fort Lauderdale Beach, followed by this one. We're pretty much quarantined anyway, you know, on a regular day, just because of the type of job I have. And I do so much work at home, and it's just me and Steve in the studio. So, you know. So my life so far as quarantine is about the same interaction with people. About the same. I had a meeting yesterday I went to when I got off the radio. Oh yeah, it is beautiful. And you can see over here, that's where you rent fishing poles, buy bait. And then the building on the left is a cafe, which is closed. And then over here you see the 2 police officers. I think they would get aggressive if I walked across this line of tape that they have on the beach. I don't think I'd get very far. But as far as beyond that, I think they're okay. As long as you don't cross onto the beach, which is really absurd because if you think about it, all these people walking, I don't think so. I think they'd be pretty pissed because you'd have to actually cross over that line. All these people walking around are kind of congregating. Wouldn't it be better if they just said you could go out on the beach and just maintain your distance? And I saw a lot of bicyclists coming down the highway, the beach road, when I was driving here, and they're all congregating pretty close together in huge groups, by the way, the bicyclists. That's a bright sun, man. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. Can you hear the waves? Yeah, 10 feet apart on the beach. Be closer than this. Look, these people. Be close. You'd be further away than these joggers are and people here on the sidewalk. I know, that looks like a movie. That's why I was telling everybody, this is where they filmed Baywatch with The Rock. And they also filmed the American Idol movie here, too, on this beach. But Zac Efron and The Rock were here. Yeah, it would make a great painting. Oh, look at this guy. What the heck? This pigeon just flew here right in front of me. Fearless. Look at this guy. Jeez. He is not afraid of people, this guy. He's waiting for me to feed him. Yep. I've got no food, man. Oh, yeah, we have pigeons. But you know, I haven't seen any seagulls this morning. And I'm wondering, see, this is a big, huge fishing pier, and I would think there would be a lot of birds fishing around this pier since they don't have to compete with the fishermen. But maybe the fishermen not being here has thrown off the birds because they're so used to it. Pelicans, yeah. What did I say? Seagulls have been told to quarantine, yeah. Yeah, usually there's a lot of different birds fishing off the pier, and I haven't seen one take a dive today. And that's why I say this pier's always had people fishing on it. So without the fishermen there, maybe the birds think there's nothing there. Oh yeah, this beach is usually pretty packed. Yep, pelicans too. Seagulls, pelicans. Uh-oh. There's somebody out there on a paddleboard. How'd they get out there? There's one guy. Let me see if I can zoom in. See him? I guess he must not have seen that video in California where they sent out the lifeguards. See, there's a guy out there paddleboarding all by himself. See that? He's pretty far out, too. Oh, man. How'd he get out there? The whole beach is closed off. Better watch it, dude. They're going to send the lifeguards after you like they did in California. Oh. No, there's my skateboard. Well, I'd like to know how he got out there. I can't take you for a skateboard ride. Cannot take you for a skateboard. I was talking about this earlier. A couple years back when I was on Periscope, I was live streaming on Periscope riding my skateboard, and I took the worst fall I've ever taken on a skateboard, and I really got hurt bad. I haven't really skateboarded since. So I'll never do that again. I really got hurt. You know, to be 1,000% honest with you, I need more intel on that. I need more intel on that, Neil. I'm probably in agreement with you, but I want to get more information before I jump to any conclusions on that one. I don't trust the doctor, I'll tell you that. I know, isn't that beautiful? With the palm tree. I'd like to know how that paddleboarder got out on the ocean. I mean, he's gone pretty far since I've been here. I still see him. He's out beyond the length of the pier. And it's really deep at the end of that pier. Say this is... For what? A year in jail and $1,000 for what? Being in the ocean? Oh, there's the first boat. Yeah, there are not as many boaters out either, I must say. Usually you'll see more boats than I'm seeing right now. I'll show you guys my skateboard. This skateboard, I actually grabbed my daughter's skateboard, but I have the exact same one. This is my daughter. Is this one mine? Yeah, this is my daughter's, but I have the same one. This has a little bit, it's mine. Hers is yellow, mine's got a blue. But this is not a skateboard. This is a longboard. It's a lot longer, so you can go on. You get longer distance on each kick. So I'll skateboard a little bit when I'm done. Yeah, this is a really long pier. And you pay $1 and you get to walk out on the pier. Well, normally you pay $1 and you get to walk out on the pier. Not today. It is hot. I tell you, that sun is hot. And you can see there's not many people here right now. It's like I've got the whole place to myself almost. There's some people walking a ways down, but not very many. Well, I'm not 50. I had a bad fall. I guess I don't know how long ago it was, 2 or 3 years ago, on my skateboard, and I really have not been on it since. Today's the first day I have taken the skateboard away from my house. I've been on it a few times, like in my neighborhood, but this was my first time I ventured out like on streets with it. And I'm not skateboarding very well because I'm so out of practice. See, there's I don't know if you guys can see him, but let me zoom in here, see if I can find him. No, I can't see because the sun, but the paddleboarder is coming upon the part of the water where the sun is shining right now. I can see him. I don't think you guys can. So I don't know how he got out there, but he got out there. He's breaking the rules. Here he's going into the sun right now. Yeah, the guys behind me are playing music on their bicycle helmets. The bicyclists, they don't seem to mind being close to one another. He's crossing right now. He is just crossed into the sun shining area of the water. And I can't see him now. I'm blinded by the sun. Let's hope he doesn't disappear into the Bermuda Triangle and comes out on the other side. Yeah, I can see him a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah. Oh, there was a seagull. Did you hear it? I heard a seagull. Oh, there he is. He's just coming out of the sun now. I know. I had the news on a little bit. I was watching the news. I was watching actually One American News, Graham Ledger. And then I turned it on Fox for a second. Yeah, he just came out. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go. And my daughter was up. And I said to my daughter, Emily, I said, you want to go to the beach with me? And she's like, nah, I'll go some other time. So that's what it's like. See, Floridians don't really go to the beach. Oh, yeah. I wear a mask. Well, I'm not. What I'm going to do today is we couldn't decide on a color, so when I go in today, I'm going to get some samples of a couple of colors for Kathy to pick from. I think is what I might do. What green dot? I don't see any green dots. It's just your eyes and the sun. I'm blocking the sun with my hand right now. Yeah, the paddleboarder is just beyond the pier now. I don't know if you can see him, but he's right in front of the pier. That is really far out. Why is he allowed out there and I'm not? And I must say, I'm going to take that back. There's a lot of boats out there. I see a lot of private boats. A lot of small craft out there. And south of here, too. Now that the sun's moved, I can see there are a lot of private boats out there. Oh, the lens. Yeah, that's the lens flare. It's the J.J. Abrams lens flare. So I'll do a complete 360 so you can see where I am at. I know, isn't it beautiful? Well, I think I'm going to talk about this on the podcast. Kathy, I'm going to podcast today. Brooke Baldwin and Chris Cuomo have it. Hey, someone wearing a mask. These people are congregating. You see two police officers. That's not 6 feet apart, guys. we are, all the way back. And then here's me. Hey guys. Oh man, I know it's nice, isn't it? It is. It's much better looking at the pier in the sun than me, isn't it? I know. But it is nice. This is a nice view. This is, I gotta tell you, this is the first time I've come to the beach. I lived right down the street, right? 10 minutes to get here. This is the first time I have been at the beach during sunrise since I was like young, partying and out until sunrise. That's what it's like when you live here, you know? And then over there, say the 2 police cars, making sure that no one crosses this do not cross line. They have all the benches blocked off. You can't sit on the bench and enjoy the sunrise. All the benches are that way. There's some tourists here. Some tourists here. I don't know where they're staying, but there are some tourists here. All right, guys, I want to take off. I will see you all later, though. All right, take care. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I'll see you all later.